Alright everybody, it is a new year, we are in 2018, so I figured this would be the perfect time to do an update, a series of update videos on my Blu-ray, anime, and vinyl collections. And I kind of had a little bit of an oopsie. The last ones I did were, I believe, around the middle of the year of 2013 or of 2017, and those were kind of a spur of the moment thing. But when I did those, shortly after I was done doing those videos, I decided that I wanted to do kind of like update videos to those, kind of like a yearly thing. And I figured at the beginning of the year would be the best time to do that. So that's what I'm doing now. Even though I did the last ones like 5-6 months ago, I'm going to go ahead and do these ones at the beginning of the year. So at the beginning of the year next year, I can just do them again. And plus, I've gotten quite a few things since the last one, so it's not completely unwarranted for me to do some more, to do an update video for this stuff. So we're going to start this one with my vinyl collection, and then we'll move on to the Blu-rays and anime. Not going to do a game collection because my channel, is mainly video games, so this channel is like one big collection video for my video games. But let's go ahead and get started with the records. Alright, one thing I will go ahead and point out, first and foremost, is that up here in this box right there is the Mafia 3 Collector's Edition. And that has in it 2 vinyl records. It's one of the best collector's editions I've ever gotten for a game. No matter what you think of the game, I personally really like the game. It has one of the best collector's editions for a video game that I have ever seen. It comes with 2 vinyl records. One is a soundtrack for the game, and one is like a soundtrack for New Bordeaux, which I believe is the name of the town that the game takes place in or whatever. So, I mean, there's that. And then the first thing we're going to cover is not really a vinyl. It is a tape. It is the Street Sects Rat Jacket EP on cassette. And the only reason, I'm not a big cassette collector, but in this case I did want to get it because it has a different cover art than the vinyl does, and I really like Street Sects and want to support them, so that's this. Oh, one thing I should point out is this is being filmed on my phone, just because, real easy, quick collection videos, they don't need to be fancy, so you get the point. Alright, we're going to start off with the 7 inches. I do not have a lot of 7 inches. I have a few, but and I'm not going to take them all out of here. I will tell you what color they are and stuff like that. I won't show you, but I'll tell you what they are and everything. So the first one is Anxiety's Wildlife EP. Really good, kind of raw type of music. It's on like a kind of translucent pink vinyl. This one I just got for shits and giggles because it's hilarious and it's just so bad and it sounds like shit. It is Corey Feldman's Angelic to the Core 7-inch with the songs Go For It with Snoop Dogg and Everybody featuring Doc Ice. And it's just hilarious. The dude is off his rocker. Next is a split 7-inch with Napalm Death and Melt Banana. It is black. And the next... Ooh, something almost fell. The next one is a split 7-inch with Nails and Full of Hell. Really like this split 7-inch, and it is clear. Alright, let me start working on getting the big boys down. Alright, so facing this way, just because it's easier to get them off the shelf, just real quick, stand up and grab them. The first one is the Black Table Obelisk record. Black vinyl, gatefold. Does only have 1 record in it, though. Next up is my favorite band of all time, Breaking Benjamin. Their Dark Before Dawn album, after the band pretty much got reformed, except for the brains behind the operation, Benjamin Burnley. Fantastic record, and super fucking pumped. They're coming out with a new record here in 2018. They just teased one of the tracks, and I believe the new album is going to be called Embers, I believe, and the new song is being released January 5th, 2018. Fucking pumped. The song sounded sick in the teaser they released. Alright, next up we got some Death Grips Bottomless Pit. fantastic album, experimental hip-hop, excellent. You should check it out. Oh, and I should mention the Breaking Benjamin and the Death Grips records are black. Next up, we got the Gorillaz Humans album, their newest full-length project, and 2 records, black. Next up, gotta give a shout out to the man, Igloo Ghost. Fantastic, just very sweet music. This guy's doing great work. I really like this. This is the Neon Wax Bloom. I believe it's his first full-length project, and it is clear vinyl. Alright, next up is Lacuna Coil's Delirium album, their most recent record. Pretty good record, black. Next up is the newest Low Roar record, Once in a Long, Long While. I almost got the record's name mixed up with another one. Really good record, Low Roar, good stuff. They were featured in the first Death Stranding record. So if you like the music in the first Death Stranding trailer, and if you liked that music, I would recommend checking them out. Black vinyl. Next up is the Mount Eerie record, A Crow Looked at Me. Fantastic record. Super depressing though. Don't listen to this if you're feeling even just a little bit down that day. On black vinyl. Next up was a surprising like for me. I typically do not like this band, but this album was really freaking good. That is Paramore's newest record, After Laughter. This was just a great record. I really enjoyed this record, and it's on a pink marble vinyl, I believe is what they called it. Alright, next up is the debut record from a band that, depending on their future, could beat Breaking Benjamin as my favorite band of all time, and that is Starset Transmission's record. This is their debut record. Absolutely fantastic. Just a record that's unbelievable from start to finish. It's on black vinyl, has 2 vinyls, and on side D it has an etching of like a spaceman. And then of course we have to have their even better sophomore record, Vessels. Absolutely amazing. This record is even better and of course listenable from beginning to end. Absolutely fantastic. I know, I'm sorry if I'm not showing you guys the back of these. I mean, it's not anything crazy on most of them, but this is 2 records, and it's like a dark blue with some wavy... No, wait. It's like a light blue, slightly darker than that, with some light blue, or with some darker blue kind of thrown in there. Kind of like these color schemes here. All right, next up we got Wormrot. What is this one called? Voices. Voices on a red vinyl. Love this artwork. Love it. All right, next up we got the newest record from 10 Years, How to Live as Ghosts. This was pretty much just kind of an alright record. Definitely not the best. I don't think I like it quite as much as their last one, but still pretty good overall. And I really just like the art on it, and it's black vinyl. All right, this was actually I recently got this. This was my family does a Secret Santa thing for every Christmas. And my cousin got me 2 records. This is one of them. This is Legend, the best of Bob Marley and the Wailers. Have not listened to this yet, although I really like me some Bob Marley, so I'm really pretty anxious to plop this on the turntable and give it a listen. And it's got some pretty good songs on here, and it's on black vinyl. Next up, we got the Botanist EP3 Green Metal. If you haven't listened to any Botanist, go and check them out. It also features this band that I'm not even going to try and pronounce. But if you've not listened to Botanist, I highly recommend that you do. They are really, really excellent on black vinyl. Next up is the Botanist Collective record, The Shape of He to Come. Again, just really great music on a clear vinyl, and the case this came in is really cool. It's like a fitted sleeve, and it opens from like the top here. Like it's a really cool packaging on this, and there's like green on here that is actually part of the case. So when you take it out, the image is just the red lines. It's kind of like just the blood vessels or whatever of this picture here, but really awesome. All right, next up, I never thought in a million years I would have this, but it's Carly Rae Jepsen, Emotion. I could not deny the brilliance of this record. It's just really good, and it's on black vinyl. Next up is probably my favorite record from this band. It is Chevelle's The North Corridor. I love this record a lot. It is fantastic. So just heavy hitting with amazing freaking bass, man. I love the bass on this record, and I cannot wait to see what they're going to do next on black vinyl. Next up, we got Death Grips The Money Store. I don't know if YouTube wants me to censor that, but fuck them. Fuck YouTube. Anyway, excellent. Death Grips is great. I already went over that. I highly recommend you check them out. Black vinyl. And if you guys haven't kind of gathered this already, I have my records in alphabetical order, except I have the gatefolds first, and then the regular packaging after. So it's, and then each type of packaging is alphabetical order. You get the point. Next up, we have the Death Stranding singles vinyl with 2 songs from Low Roar, Old Keep Coming, and what's the second one? Easy Way Out. 2 great songs for a game that I'm super excited for, and a very beautiful vinyl that's clear with like black splatter in it. It's very beautiful and sounds amazing. Next we got Full of Hell, Trumpeting Ecstasy. Not an amazing record, it's just probably Full of Hell's best and most cohesive record. And check out that artwork, man. I like that artwork. It's on black vinyl. Next up, we got the Gate Creeper, Sonoran Deprivation. I believe this is their first full-length debut record. And really just good, you know, just heavy fucking music, but really accessible at the same time. And this one is on, like, just a really nasty, like, a vomit kind of colored vinyl. It's really nasty looking, but I really like it. They describe it here as bronze and blood red merge with splatter. Looks like vomit with a little bit of blood in it. Now, I'm a little bit ashamed that this is the only record that I have from this band. I need to get their other records. But this is the Ghost Pope Star EP with Square Hammer. And God, Ghost is amazing. I'm really ashamed with myself that I only have this. I mean, this is just a bunch of them covering songs by other bands, except for Square Hammer. That's an original song, I do believe. But God, I love Ghost. Black vinyl. Next up, we got the holy man himself, Marilyn Manson, Heaven Upside Down, his newest full-length record. I really like this record a lot, actually. I thought this is Marilyn Manson's best record in quite a while. His last record was actually really good too, kind of a return to form. And this one, he does kind of he does a few new things on here that I think work out really well. And this is on red vinyl. All right, this was my other half of my family's Secret Santa gathering or whatever. It is Metallica's Black Album. In my opinion, Metallica's probably third best album, maybe. But I do like this album quite a bit. Have not listened to it yet on vinyl. Really anxious to get that on there too, on black vinyl. As it probably should be. It's the Black Album. Alright, next up we got the Street Sects End Position, their first full-length record. Street Sects is amazing. I love them. They're great. And not everyone's going to like them. To a lot of people, they're just going to sound like noise, but trust me, give them a shot. They're pretty freaking great. And I love the artwork. I love the artwork. This is on a clear vinyl. And I had this on the cassette. This is the Street Sects Rat Jacket EP. And I pretty much got the cassette because it had different artwork from this. And I really like the artwork they put on their packaging. This one is a black vinyl. Next up, we got the Uniform Ghost House vinyl on red vinyl. Really interesting group. There's nothing on the back. Really interesting group. I really like their sound. I don't really feel like they've 100% found the sound they're looking for yet, but they're almost there, just almost there, but still really good. And then we got Uniform's most recent record, the Wake and Fright record. It's pretty cool. It's like in an envelope with like a wax stamp on there, and then it has the record, and then it's on a white vinyl. Really good. Again, they don't quite got the sound I feel like that they're looking for, but so close and still really good. Then we got the Vermin Womb record, Decline. Very similar to, you know, like Full of Hell or Gate Creeper style of music. It's on a, I believe what they called a bone white vinyl. And we got the Whitechapel Mark of the Blade. Alright, had to take care of something, but we're pretty much almost done here anyway, so let's just go ahead and finish this up, and we can move on to the next thing. But pretty much the next one I had was the Whitechapel Mark of the Blade record on black vinyl. This is their newest record. A lot of people were not so great on this, we're not really feeling this record, but I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was really good, and if you don't think Elitist Ones is a great song, then I don't know what is wrong with you. Anyway, and then the last one we have is the Shoo Shoo Forget record. Absolutely amazing. If you guys haven't heard of Shoo Shoo, I highly recommend you check them out. They recently did like a, not recently, I believe this was last year, almost maybe a year and a half ago at this point, maybe. They did a, Shoo Shoo does the sound of Twin Peaks or something like that, and it's really freaking good. I highly recommend you guys check it out. But that will be the end of the vinyl collection. I'm going to go and turn around here. Next, we are going to move on to probably my regular Blu-rays, and then after that, on to the vinyl. So, I'll see you guys on the next video. I am out.